before we get into the predictions for us, Karl, can you show us that the lineup?
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys, if you see any points that you want to make, obviously feel free. I did tweak it. I showed it last week. I tweaked the snap counts that you see to represent what happened against the Panthers. I already gave the spiel about Jayden Daniels. Didn't practice Wednesday. Did not practice today. But the whispers, the rumors are that Jayden Daniels will practice tomorrow. And if he practices on Friday, I would wager PJ's social security number that he will play against the Bears on Sunday.
Good thing for me, he doesn't know it.
He's playing.
I don't have to know it. I've just placed the bet on it. So they'll seize it, they'll use it, and then you'll have to figure out the ramifications.
Well, I'm gonna tweak it a little bit to make it reflect as yours.
BCP, where we perform money laundering schemes.
Let's go back to the. Can you go back to the office?
Takeout money
of the Commanders.
Yeah, I also just want to point out before I do that, on the defense, you can see a player named Jamin Davis played 37% of the snaps for them against the Ravens. And yesterday, on the 22nd, 2 days ago now, he was released.
Dang.
Very, very interesting. There's the Commanders offense for you.
Okay, I'm looking at that center. He only played 78% of the snaps.
I couldn't tell you if he was injured or not. I think he played 100% last week.
I thought he was pretty decent. Then I see that Wiley, who comes from Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, as well as Allegretti. Didn't he come from Kansas City as well? Those are two solid offensive linemen.
Also from Illinois.
Seemed like they're
Michael Dieter, Peach, was the starting center last year for the Houston Texans.
Yes, he was.
And his backup was Dieter Eisland.
Yeah, agreed.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not.
Yeah, I like him. As a matter of fact,
Dieter and Dieter Eisland.
He also
Michael
had
Dieter was the starter for Houston most of the year last year. Sorry, Peach. Go ahead.
He had the kid from Illinois as well that actually was on the same high school team as my grandson, Kendrick Green. He was also.
If they rebooted,
really?
Sorry, PJ. I was just gonna say if they rebooted the Seinfeld TV series, I feel like the main characters would be named Michael Dieter and Dieter Eisland. Sweet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to think of the offensive line for the Commanders simply because I know they no longer have Callahan there because he went with his son to Tennessee. So I don't know who they have. I know they got rid of what was the guy that was with the Bears, who was there for about 5 years?
Leno,
yeah, 4 years. Yeah, he's no longer there. But so I don't know what to really think of them. Brandon Coleman, if I'm not mistaken, I think he came from Philadelphia. I don't know for sure. But so their line, I don't know what to think. As far as their specialty positions, as far as their receivers, I'm not big on their receivers. I like Terry McLaurin. Outside of Terry McLaurin, I'm not sure of what weapons they really have.
PJ, can I emphasize that point?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Do you know what two players started for the Commanders' offense last game? At the same time, Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson Jr. on the field at the same time, which means they took a wide receiver off the field for a running back.
Can you go back to their offense then?
You're looking at it right now, but I'll move it back.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. I thought he had a Bears.
Here, I know this team pretty good because I followed.
It was the matchup.
If
you guys want to see something, just tell me.
They're really Robinson and Eckler as it's kind of like Eckler was kind of like Herbert used to be, man. They put him in there. It's Robinson pounding the ball, Eckler doing some nice dancing. Everybody knows terrible Terry McLaurin. He's awesome, a great receiver.
Yeah, he is.
Then they've got a couple of younger guys. Zach Ertz is still doing what he does at tight end, man. He's catching balls. He's coming on now, actually. He had a slow start to his season.
Hey, I've got a fun tidbit for you guys. So, Shorty, weren't you big on the Ben Sinnott tight end rookie train?
No, I was all over the guy from Penn State.
Darnell Washington.
Oh,
No.
The guy in Penn State, I believe, actually went to the Giants.
2 years ago it was Darnell Washington playing for the Steelers, who I love now. But it's
I was a Ben Sinnott
Foster,
guy.
hold on.
I was a Ben Sinnott guy.
So close. It's right there. The guy on
Theo Johnson.
Theo Johnson. Thank you.
So he plays for the Giants. But Ben Sinnott, rookie tight end for the Redskins, he scored his first touchdown of the year last week against the Panthers. And guess what? Cliff Kingsbury said the name of that play where he scored the touchdown was. The name of the play is named Taylor Swift.
Yeah, brother. I don't even want to hear this shit. Take it off the air. Cut that. Splice it.
Huh?
I just don't want to hear anything about her.
I think,
she literally screwed up last season.
The Bears have a Taylor Swift combo, though.
Yeah.
Should I pull myself? Should I pull myself?
What's her name and his husband?
No, Tory Taylor and DeAndre Swift. I'm just being silly.
Oh.
What's up, Patrick? Thanks for joining us tonight, Patrick.
He's got your back, shorty.
Theo Johnson, thank you very much for that. God, I love coming out of college.
Well, I guess are they running a lot of two tight end sets in Washington with Zach Ertz and Ben Sinnott? So
no, they're running a lot of 3 running back sets, but I don't know their actual usage.
And they're
it was a joke.
It
was a joke. I said they run a lot of 3 running backs with Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson, and Jayden Daniels. It was a joke.
It's not. What they're doing, PJ, what they're doing at number 2 is rotating. So if you look like it really screws you up if you're into fantasy because a guy might have a good week every 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not kidding you. 1 week it was Zacchaeus, then the next week it was Noah Brown. So their number 2 is like never the same guy. I'm not kidding you. It's kind of weird.
I believe Diami Brown was the player who caught that long TD pass against the Bengals. Like I agree with Foster.
Yeah.
Like it's always rotating. It's never consistent. The only consistency is Terry McLaurin.
Right. It's Robinson and McLaurin and then Eckler, and then Ertz. I mean Ertz and McLaurin for passing yardage, and Eckler was getting only like 28 to 35% of the snaps. I don't know what it is now. Because I've tracked them the whole season. I got Daniels and I got Robinson, and I was trying to get McLaurin. All
right, and enough of this. Let's look at what the Bears are compared to this, because
the Bears are going to kick their ass 29-18.
I'd love to know where Austin Booker. 35% of the snaps, Austin Booker.
If you want to just look at the Bears only, let me know.
No, this works because you can kind of see them side by side. 95.
There's 3 or 4 bumps and bruises along that offensive line, and there's guys hurting on there. So the Bears ought to do very well against them. They really should defensively.
And then just for the record, Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker have not played in practice this week. It is Thursday. They have not practiced.
It's not good, but
do you know
we have a good idea of what's going to be run out on the field? It ain't going to be like, are we going to be okay with these guys? No, we know we've got. So if the pass rush picks it up a little bit, they can cover maybe whatever we're missing. Because what are we really missing? You could break it down to individual players and their style of play and their strengths and weaknesses. But as a unit, we're blessed. We're fortunate.
Well, the only thing I'm going to say is I think we're kind of light at defensive tackle. Maybe that'll get shored up when Pickens come back. But I also like to add that a defense and a defensive line with Myles Garrett on it would be scary good.
Yeah, it would.
That would be scary.
This is unbelievable. PJ's talking about giving up draft capital for a player?
Yes, he is.
No, I'm talking about
unbelievable.
I'm talking about what would be scary good. That would be scary good. Scary good.
I don't know if we want to talk on trade something or others. I don't know.
I do. I can't really. Go ahead.
I just don't. I don't know to Karl's point, I don't know if I would want to be willing to get rid of some of that draft capital to get him.
Okay. Let's as you're speaking, continue. Pull this graphic off, and let's finish what PJ's thought is. Go ahead.
I just wonder. Because I've been hearing the rumors, like I'm sure you guys have, about Max Crosby, then possibly Myles Garrett, and all these different rumors going about. I'm just saying that if we did manage to somehow get him, and if the trade was good enough, go ahead, Karl.
You can finish, and I want you to finish. I want you to tell me what is the most amount of anything that you would give up for Myles Garrett.
Because he has a $25 million per year, maybe the Panthers second, and a player like DeMarcus Walker. But yeah,
holy schmoly.
Because I think he's a difference maker, of course, and that just would make this defense scary good.
I personally think that this team is talent-wise and now venturing into quarterback-wise, like legitimately, I think, set. And if they're just a little push away, and for me, I would rather give up the draft capital, and I don't care what that means for a Myles Garrett, because you're not guaranteed getting that. You know what you're getting in Myles Garrett right now, and you're adding that to this team right now. You don't know what you're going to add next year when we really all just want offensive line help. We're hoping we can get a defensive end as well, but we're hoping that Booker can be that guy. We're hoping if not, we can get one of those guys next year. Well, if we trade away a few picks to get Myles Garrett, and then we can use whatever capital we have left in this next draft for offensive line, I think that's just it's like a no-brainer. It's kind of like you're all in. You're in that quarterback friendly paycheck window. You can pay him. I think this year is only the last of the guaranteed on Myles Garrett's contract. I think next year I read it was $19 million, then it goes to $25 million. I think those are both not guaranteed.
I'm showing you the contract on the screen right now.
Okay, so to me, it's if you can pull the trigger and get rid of, if it takes a second round, if it takes 2 second-round picks, one next year and the year after that, and maybe even a fourth or something in this coming draft, for me, it's like I already have them predicted to win the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. I emphasize that incorrectly. Quarterback. So if you add a Myles Garrett to this current team, it's like now you're all but guaranteeing that you have given yourself that extra oomph that you need to beat this division. And this division is where it's at right now. And we have to beat our division to get where we want to go. And to me, that's just he's already proven you don't know what you're going to get with those draft picks. Go for it.
Yeah, he's scary good, man. I mean, that I just, again, reemphasizing that guy there. Oh, my goodness, bro. I'm a defensive guy too, so my goodness.
Can you imagine with Myles Garrett with Montez Sweat for the rest of this season?
So this is going to sound weird to anyone who plays fantasy football, but I actually have Myles Garrett in fantasy football, so I've kept a little closer of an eye on him. He's been dealing with injuries. Yeah. So if we give up the haul for him and he ends up not being able to play for one reason or another, we're already seeing it with Montez Sweat. He's a great player, but Montez Sweat's not fully healthy, in my opinion. He's working through something.
Maybe you can get him for less then.
Okay, hold on. Let's transfer this live stream to the Browns organization. Let's talk to him. Okay, let's do that. I should have a little sound cue for like a Teams call. That would have been really funny.
No, sorry. Fuck you.
Foster? No, fuck you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
That was the Bears because Cleveland wanted a first and a second round pick or some bullshit.
well, I think that, we have to think about compensation. Well, getting under the salary cap, if getting him. So does that mean getting rid of Nate Davis as well as DeMarcus Walker, perhaps even another player, because his cap hit, you're trying to balance it out. There's some pieces that we got to figure out, but that's what I'm saying.
The shitty part.
I don't see it happening, man.
I don't either. But
the shitty part is when
we're going to go do what Paul said. Go through the draft, dude. Next year is the year. That's all.
When you get into the NFL circles and the teams start to know that the Bears need to offload Nate Davis's money to be able to afford Myles Garrett, the Bears are going to have to start giving up draft picks to trade away Nate Davis. So it's going to become a bit shitty in that sense. But
that's why I did the phone thing, dude. I'm like, nope, fuck you. I ain't giving you a first rounder.
Unless included into the trade package with Cleveland. Say, hey, I'm going to give you Nate Davis, DeMarcus Walker, which is going to.
But then it just bumps up that cost, right?
Yeah, it's going to start. I got you.
I'm just saying that those two guys right there, his salary is about what, 17 million, something like that, 17, 18 million. So then,
I don't know how much Nate Davis cost this year. I just know that he's going to save us 10 million if we cut him. Next year. So he's gone next year.
He had a 3-year contract for 3-year contract for 30 million. I know that.
Where the hell is Tyler Scott?
And
That's a great question, Cliff Victoria.
You see my response?
No.
Scott Kmet is our new long snapper.
Scotty, where have you been, Scotty, my boy? Beam me up.
All right, let's get into some of these saved comments from Jack Package and the Commanders fans before we wrap this up.
Okay.
And really quick, since we have Bearski in here tonight, I just wanted to let everyone know Bearski is, one of our friends at the channel here. He's got a great channel himself. For anyone that doesn't know about this, check it out, guys.
Yeah, I saw that Bearski guy just did a video with someone. I think it was the Thy and Smy podcast. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Oh, was it that dickhead Karl from there?
No, it was Nick. Nick.
Okay.
Karl's quick. He's quick.
Seriously though, Bearski Films is my go-to now for all of the Bears hype stuff. He does the best job that I have seen anyone do up to this point. So go check him out, guys. For all you Bears fans.
What job are you talking about there, sure?
The Italian job.
Oh, okay.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with film.
The Italian Polish job. And thank you all for hanging out with us tonight.
Not going there.
No, you're welcome, Bearski. I mean that, man. Everyone needs to know what a great job you're doing with your content on your channel. It's the best right now as far as I'm concerned.
Special guest on BCP next week, Bearski Films.
Yeah, I believe that. Get me to subscribe. He sit up there and put out a film talking about how good Justin is. Man, you'll probably get me to subscribe.
Go make a Justin Fields Steelers.
He's got some Justin Fields stuff, but that's from last year.
It's a weird way to say Russell Wilson.
So let's get to the starred stuff here from the
Justin Wilson, wasn't he?
Take it away.
New Orleans?
Take it away.
Really?
So Anunnaki was saying that he wanted Jayden Daniels from the jump because of his ability to play from the pocket, but he can also house it with his legs. Pocket passer who can run, not a running QB that has to rely on his legs. Ooh, we won't mention the Fields things. He also says effective and efficient. His arm is better than Jayden. Oh, I think he's talking about Caleb Williams. He thinks Jayden's arm is better, or Caleb's arm is better, but he likes his guy because of his poise in the pocket. I would argue I think Caleb has better poise, but that's for here or there. Jayden has been a pocket QB and good at it since a true freshman at Arizona State. This offense is a hybrid college-type offense with RPOs and zone reads married into an NFL running game. That's why I think that it's setting him up for failure. Because where Caleb Williams right now is learning a real pro offense and he's beginning to master it, he's not having to be hamstrung by having some college plays in there that make his job easier. And, you know what I'm saying? So I really do hope that Jayden Daniels plays this weekend and that he is healthy enough to play well, not just get out there, and play injured. Because I really do want to see this matchup. I think it's going to come out on top for us. And I would love – that's kind of the narrative of the thumbnail of the show is I would love to see the narrative being taken away from Jayden Daniels and placed back onto the quarterback that it should be placed on this year, being the number one pick in Caleb Williams. Because I think, in my opinion, I am biased, that he's playing better all around in a real NFL offense.
If you were curious as to which quarterback I would like the Bears to face versus the Redskins, I would like them to play current day RG3. I just want to win. I just want to fucking win, man.
5-2 does sound good, doesn't it? Especially now the Vikings just lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't look now. Paulski was the first one to say that the Vikings could be undefeated and then miss the playoffs. But PJ, please go ahead.
No, I just think that, with the whole quarterback situation, I don't give a lot of thought into, which one I'd rather play or not play, because if we really want a winning team, and I'm not a lucky team, we want a winning team, give me their best before we can beat their best, because that team kind of in 2005, 2006, when we went to the Super Bowl, it's like we was getting by on some lucky stuff. I don't want that. I want, give me your best. Let us measure ourselves against your best and prove that we are better.
PJ, we have 6 games remaining against 3 very good football teams.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the wins now.
Fair enough. I'll take it. I mean, we do need, every week. This is the point of the season where we say every week is a must-win, right? In the beginning, you feel like you can lose a couple here and there, and we did. And now it's getting into the meat and bones, the must-win every game, especially with this division. This division is pissing me off, guys. We finally have a 4-2 nice winning record. That's like the division leader of any other division that has a 4-2 record in it.
I'm just telling you guys. Man, Green Bay is well coached, because no way in the world you would have told me at the beginning of the year, oh, Green Bay, they'll be 4-2 or whatever their record is. It's like, dude, how is this guy still winning? I mean, so the mere fact of what he did with that Malik guy, it's like you take a guy who the Tennessee Titans cast off and win 2 games with him. That's what I'm talking about. When you're good, you're just good, and it doesn't matter who you play. So that's what I'm saying. Give me their best. Give me their best, and let us measure up against them, because we got a rookie quarterback right now. So Shorty got him going to the Super Bowl. I didn't. So let's measure up against the other team's best right now. Let's see what we are, what we need to improve on.
Do you know where you measure up your up against the best? That's the playoffs. Before this point is lost, I just want to show you something that I don't know if you guys are aware of. It's regarding Jayden Daniels and his performance at Arizona State versus one Mr. Jaylen Johnson. So you can see, as the quarterback of Arizona State, Utah lost 21-3 against Utah. So you can see Jaylen Johnson held ASU stud wide receiver Brandon Ayuk to just 1 catch for 7 yards. So maybe, just maybe, Jayden Daniels is ducking Jaylen Johnson.
Maybe.
I say it jokingly, half jokingly, as I say everything on the show. But.
Crazy that Jayden Daniels, it feels like Jaylen Johnson's been in the league a lot longer than that he could have been a part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Twitter replies, you saw it on the screen. In 2019, Jayden Daniels was 18 years old. I don't care. He's ducking Jaylen Johnson. I don't care.
You know,
This is the perfect time for PJ saying, "Give it to us."
just
Give it to us. Wait, pause.
just the fact that we have this division that we have to play is it's nice to see the Vikings star come kind of crashing down a bit. That is great. The Lions just keep scoring points. Jared Goff's looking like he's going to win a fucking MVP. Jordan Love just won't go away. The Packers just won't go away. I know that I'm inevitably going to pick them to lose that game both times because I can't bring myself to predict a win against the Packers until I see it happen.
If the Bears beat the Packers in the first matchup, do you think that you'll predict them to win in the second matchup?
Yes, but I don't.
Me too.
The first one, I don't think I did. What's up, Dave S? Dave S.
Yeah.
Is Dave S a familiar viewer to you guys?
No.
Okay. Not to me, but just want to say it's a prime time to say FGB or FTP equals on the screen. So go ahead, PJ.
Fuck Green Bay, Dave. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Hold on, can I get it in time?
Shit. Fuck Green Bay.
I just think that the whole defense. I mean, our defense was gonna win that game for us. I mean, the way Caleb is currently playing, we don't need him to be, to Shorty's point, just be better than Rex Grossman. I mean, he can be better than Rex Grossman with a good enough defense. We'll be fine. I mean, our secondary is just tremendous. I love our secondary. I love our linebackers. Yeah, I do think the defensive line needs improvement, but go ahead, Karl.
Can we please change that slogan? Because I kind of agree with it a little bit, not really. But can we change it from better than Rex Grossman to more consistent than Rex Grossman?
Sure.
I would prefer that.
Well, isn't that better?
No, it is not. Because you have been very quick to tell us, for all the youngins like myself. But I remember this. Rex Grossman was an MVP candidate. Just like how Jared Goff is now. It's the exact same story. 6-8 weeks into the season, he was the MVP candidate. And then he fucked up. He turned the ball over left and right. So if we got a consistent Rex Grossman, maybe we win that Super Bowl. Without the turnovers and maybe less performance, more running, maybe we win that Super Bowl.
If we have a Tommy Harris and a Mike Brown, we win the Super Bowl.
Not and
Washington's
either.
defensive secondary is ranked 31st. Which
I'll bring up that stat in a second to look at it. I love Mikey Sainer still. I'll let you guys know that left and right every day.
Who's his rank? The 31st is the Redskins?
Yes.
Let me get that statistic in front. But again, I love Mike Sainer still. Mike Sainer still's not shutting down no one. He's not even shutting down Roma Dunze. I'm starting Roma Dunze in fantasy this week. I don't care.
Keep hearing people talk about Roman Dunze's breakout game, and it's when is that going to come? It already happened, dude. What are you talking about?
That's not a good thing for you to say, in my opinion.
It already happened.
So he broke out and then he regressed into the nothing.
He had
into Tyler Scott.
He had his breakout game. He had 100+ yards. And
breakout game to me signifies I've arrived and now I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I think that Keenan Allen's kind of stunting Roma Dunze. I think Roma Dunze has shown you that he should be the Bears' number 2.
Well, this week is DJ Moore, guys. Prepare for it. This is his game. He always plays well against the Commanders.
So what do you guys think of a three-way trade?
I love a three-way.
I love Menage a Trois. I was just fucking took her out of my mouth.
No Diddy.
Keenan Allen to L.A., Cooper Kupp to Atlanta, Darnell Mooney back to Chicago.
Terrible trade.
Terrible. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. We're not going to install Darnell Mooney right now in the middle of the season.
And
although
honestly,
he's playing,
he's not
balls out.
He's not. I don't know. This is gonna sound bad. I don't think that Darnell Mooney's operating out of the slot. I think he's just playing like as an outside wide receiver. So
Agreed.
You're gonna say that he should be playing outside number 2 instead of Roma Dunze? That's asinine.
Well, what I am saying is when you have a 3 wide receiver set, you put DJ Moore in the slot, which he performs great in. Keenan Allen, because he's going to be gone probably next year anyway, and he's making more money than what Darnell Mooney's making. Save some money, make the trade. That's why I even brought it up, because more of the money situation.
At risk of working over Bearski, because Bearski could have already done this. I don't know if you've seen any like cut-ups of Keenan Allen talking to literally anyone on the Bears. He's a good guy, but it seems like he has great rapport with the Bears right now. I'm getting very close to thinking that if Keenan Allen wins a playoff game with the Bears this year, he'll come back on a home discount. He really might like what's going on here.
I don't think he's going to come back based on the fact that his family's still out in California.
I don't know if I'd put much weight into that. Have you seen the housing market? It's terrible. Obviously, it doesn't apply to someone who's that expensive, but
no, they asked him in the interview, is his family going to stay out there? He says they're going to stay out there all year. So me being away from my family all year, that's going to weigh on me. I mean, whether, if you don't want to take that in consideration, I mean, I'll do, because again, he's making a concession this year. I don't see him doing it 2 years in a row.
Who's making a concession?
Keenan Allen, leaving his family out in California.
Oh, sure. If that's the point, financially, he's not making any concessions. That's why he's on the Bears.
I'm talking about
family. Well, all I wanted to say was I thought Jalen Johnson had family over on the West Coast.
He has his daughter out there.
That's the most important thing in the world.
But I don't think him and the daughter's mother is together. That's more the issue. He don't have custody of his
she's
daughter.
staying with the mother? Sure.
Yeah.
Understood.
That's what my understanding is.
I don't know. I'll say it one more time. I think if the Bears win a playoff game this year, Keenan Allen will come back to the Bears, maybe on just a 1-year deal. It'll be on a discount, though.
Perfect
Go for it.
way to segue that into the ending of the show, because after they win the Super Bowl this year and become the first team to do it with a rookie quarterback, he might just want to come back here again, right? At that hometown discount.